I graduated from the University of Warwick with a degree in psychology just last year, so in 2022. Got 2-1, and then I pretty much straight from there I started my grad job with Nestle in September, and I've been there for about 9-10 months now. So yeah, it's been a good ride.
Okay, so did you always know you wanted to be involved in marketing and sales, and how did you get interested in the field?
To be honest, no, I don't. I think I realised like in my second year that further education, so like a master's or a doctorate, just wasn't the path that I wanted to take. So I feel like I needed to start exploring like what I wanted to do instead after graduation then, and that included like looking at more commercial roles like sales, marketing, even like consulting at one point. Just because I knew that would better fit like the skill set that I had, because like I said, I was done with education at that point. So yeah, I think then I came across sales and marketing as a potential career path, and I think I knew that it sounded like something I would enjoy, so I just decided to go with it, I guess, and now I'm here. So.
Are there any like resources that you would recommend, like media, websites, or books, or maybe even YouTube channels?
Yeah, so I think with grad roles, if that's something you're interested in, Bright Network has a lot of those, and that's like across all industries, like finance, banking, consulting. Like they have it all in one place, which I think is really good. And maybe not a grad role, but like internships are on there as well, so that's a really useful resource. Again, like the work internship program, that really helped me in that as well, because obviously like it gave me that like 6-week worth of experience that I could like then take forward to like talk about in my interviews with recruiters and stuff like that. So yeah, Bright Network and internship program.
How do you think your psychology degree helped in your role? Are there any specific skills or knowledge you felt that the course managed to provide you with?
Yeah, I think I remember in third year that when you had like optional modules, there was one about like marketing and consumer stuff. I think I don't know if that's still running, but that was really interesting to me, and I think that was really useful. And also like the fact that you have the option to have an outside module is really useful. So I started taking modules with like WBS and stuff like that, where like psychology maybe didn't have like a specific module for those. So yeah, I think in that way it just gave me like the correct mindset.
What is your experience of the job market for your role? Is it a competitive one?
Most of the roles will have like assessment centres, and like I guess how you best prepare for that is really helpful. But also like I found those assessment centres really useful because you actually got to talk to the people who were at the company and who have experienced the grad scheme firsthand, and like just getting their insight like as to what life is like there is, I think, is really useful. But yeah, the application process, you just need to be organised. I think a lot of people, when you apply for so many, I think it's quite easy to lose track of like what the status is for each. So yeah, I think some people have like an Excel tracker, which I'm not very good at Excel, but it's like a good way to just like red, amber, green the status of it and see like if you need to do like a certain assessment by X deadline, then you have that all on one page, and I think that was really useful to see, definitely.
So are there any common misconceptions people have about your role or your field in general?
Yeah, it's the cold calling bit. A lot of people think that when you think about sales, like you're just sat at a desk and you're calling people trying to sell stuff to them, and that's not the case at all. It's a lot more about like relationship building, like I said. Like you're like, not only are you trying to actively like win with external clients, with external customers like Tesco, like Sainsbury's, but you're also trying to like align with people internally as well. Like there's so many like cross-functional teams that you need to work with really well. So like supply chain, you can like flog Kit Kat to Tesco, but if you don't have that available at that time, it's not going to work. So you need to make sure that everyone's aligned, and like marketing as well. There's like certain like brand elements and like banners and assets that need to be legally like compliant as well. So yeah, it's just so much more than that. So like it's the aligning internally whilst aligning externally, and it's like all these like, is it clogs you call them, like turning all at once, and yes, it's a lot like that, I guess.
How do you feel your role differs from other similar roles in the field?
I feel like I really like the Nestle grad scheme because I don't really know like where I want to end up after sales, because it's such a broad function, you can literally end up anywhere. And what I like about it, and what's I guess different, I guess you could say, is like the fact that you rotate. So you'll do like an internal role within sales, you do more like e-commerce role as well, and then you'll always finish on like an account manager role, which is like you have your own customer, you have your own category to manage as well. I think that rotation aspect is really important to me because, like I said, I didn't know what direction I was going in. So it was good that I got exposure to a lot of things, and then I can decide like if I want to come back to it and when that would be, I guess. So yeah.
What are some challenges that you face in this role?
Objection handling. That's not something I'm very good with, and I'm quite like an informal person, so that when you have those external client meetings, it like I get really like in my head about it, and I stutter, and like I'm not good with public speaking, and there's a lot of public speaking in those cases, which is fine. But I think just practicing, like there's so many courses out there that I didn't know existed that can train you up on that. So I guess I think presenting, being like a public speaker, being a leader as well when you're just freshly out of uni is difficult.